We are going to look at demo of Airflow. We'll look at the installation of Airflow. We will walk through the tutorial of Airflow to prepare a couple of DAGs, training and prediction. For this example, we are going to build on the MLflow demo that we did earlier. Then we'll do the testing on backfilling of DAGs in Airflow. We'll walk through the admin UI. Then we'll look at the graph view and we'll look at the logs to see the output of each tasks of the DAGs. This is the Airflow page. You have to do a pip install of Airflow. You have to initialize the database, start the web server, start the scheduler. Once you are done that, which is done on this AWS EC2 instance, we will go through the tutorial. This tutorial describes how to create a DAG. We have created two DAGs here. The first DAG is for MLflow training. We won't go through all the details right now, but the important part here is that we are defining a bash command. This is a bash operator and a bash command of MLflow run that we saw in our earlier demo of MLflow. So this MLflow run command, as we saw earlier, is doing a training of a particular example called sklearn elasticnet wine from MLflow. So this is a DAG for training. We have another DAG for making predictions. If we look at this DAG, again, we won't go through all these details, but one important step is running this command. As we have seen this command earlier in our MLflow demo, this command runs a curl command, passes the values of each columns or each feature for the model that was generated, and it gives the result, which is the prediction, describing what is the quality of the wine. Okay. So what we will do is we'll go back to the tutorial. And so this describes all the details of how you have a DAG definition, how you create a DAG file, what each attributes and each line of code in that DAG file is. Once you have set up the DAG, this is giving a complete listing of the DAG, the example DAG that is using. Once you have created a DAG, you test it. So for testing, you basically use the, you list the DAGs, you list the tasks, you list the task in a tree view, and then you do the Airflow test with your DAG name and the step name. Once you have done testing and you are satisfied with your DAG, you do a backfill. So once you do backfill, you do a backfill with your DAG name, and these are the timestamps. Once you do backfill, it shows up in your UI. So you see these MLflow training and MLflow prediction, the DAGs that show up in the UI. Okay, these are already run, these are already there. So this is the admin UI, and these are different views of these DAGs. And I have filtered these DAGs on MLflow, so I see only MLflow DAGs, the MLflow training and the MLflow prediction. So once you are in the admin UI, you go to the graph view. So for the MLflow training, I'm going to go to the graph view. And to see the output of task, you click on the task. You click on view log. So this is my training DAG. So here you'll see all the logs. So the important steps here are, it's basically ran the command, the MLflow run command, and the elasticnet model gave this output with the parameters of alpha 0.5 and L1 ratio of 0.1, RMSE of 0.746, MAE of 0.576, R2 score of 0.211, so on and so forth, right? So this is the output of our training step that was in the training DAG. We'll go back to the main UI and we will look at our prediction. So again, we go to the graph view. We click on our model prediction step. We look at the log. And now this runs, this shows the output of our run curl command. So if you look at the output, you'll see the run command of curl with these column names and these values for these columns. And it predicted 4.86, which was the predicted quality of that particular wine, which is pretty close to the actual value. Okay, so that brings us to our conclusion. So we saw the installation of Airflow. We walked through the tutorial of Airflow, creating a couple of sample DAGs, the training and prediction in our case. And we did the test and backfill of DAGs. We saw the output in the admin UI. And then we saw the graph view and the view log. So one thing to note here is between this training and prediction, we ran the MLflow model serve that we saw in the MLflow demo earlier. Okay, good luck using Airflow.